Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm making a video on hairband and I would be using the Yori fabric, the biggest size of hairband. So quickly, I just want to wrap. I want to cover the hairband with same fabric before I continue with the design. So this is how I go about it. I use the headband itself to take the measurement of the length of fabric. Then I measure the widest part of the hairband. This is 1.5. So I would be cutting about 3 inches because the largest part is 1.5, and because I want some part of the fabric to also go in, I'm going to measure 3 inches. Okay, so the next thing I would do is I will use the E7000 glue, this, to attach it to the band. So you can work with hot glue if you like. You can work with hot glue, yeah. But I'm working with the E7000. You can also use the UHU glue. You can use E6000 glue, but recently we find out that E7000 glue is very strong. So I use E7000. So this is what I'll do. I'm just going to trim off the excess part. Remember, this fabric is a stretchy fabric, so because of that, the length is now more than the length I cut out. I use the exact length of the hairband, but since it is a stretchy fabric, it will uh, be longer because I actually had to pull it very tight while I wrap. So now on the sides, I decided to cut off some part of the fabric before I will pull it in. So I cut it out because I don't want excess fabric climbing on each other. I don't want them to climb on each other. It can be very close to each other but not resting on each other. So that's why I had to cut out of the fabric. But don't forget the measurement I used. I used 3 inches for the width. Then the length is the length of the headband. Okay, so you can see it's properly covered. So the next thing I would do is to use the chest wording. We are lucky there is black chest wording, so you just use the soft black chest wording, cut the measurement according to the measurement on the hairband. The beginning part of the hairband is just like a 0.5. Then as you go in, it gets bigger, so you just have to cut it in that way so that it can rest properly inside the headband and not start coming out. All right, so this time I just chose to use hot glue. If not, it's not like you cannot do it with the E7000, but there are some work I just say, oh, let me use hot glue for it. So I'm just using the hot glue to do the finishing of that uh, aspect, and you see how it looks. So this is the finishing. So you can see how neat and the finishing is. So this is how you wrap your hairband. So the next thing I want to do is that I want to fold some bows. So I actually had sewn the fabric before coming, so I'm going to explain. This is 15 inches, and then the width, which is the wideness, is 5 inches. So before I fold, I had to use the width of 12 inches so that by the time you fold and sew, you'll be left with like 5. So the width you should use if you want to make this exact size is 12 inches. So on a fold, after sewing out 1 inch on both sides, it will end in 5 inches. So the next thing I am doing is to fix in the 6 inches crelonie on a fold. I chose to do it on a fold because I want it to be a little bit thick. So if you are using just a single crelonie, it won't be thick enough and might probably not stand enough. So I really like it when I double the crelonie. So after fixing it in, I'm just going to use the fishing line to give it its loose stitches and then pull it together. And I'm also going to ensure that the part where the fabric is sewn is not showing. Yeah, so that's one important aspect. So we'll just give it loose stitches and then pull it together. I'll be making up to four different uh, type, different piece of this particular bow that I'm forming now. And then after that, I will make the small one. So I make sure I cut out the excess part before pulling it together. So this is how it will look. So you just use your needle and thread to lock it down so that it won't start losing or giving way. So you just tack it and sew it down. So this is it. So the second yori, which is the second fabric that is sewn there, is uh 5 inches before folding. So 2.5 on a fold. After sewing some part out of it, you might just have 2 inches. So I'm using the 2 inches crelonie on it. So this is it. Just fold depending on the design you want to make. So then we use needle and thread to tack that part down. After that, you cut off the excess ones from that place and then I'll fold it to form another design before I will attach it on the hairband. So making our hairband is really very simple. It actually depends on what design you are looking at. For today, this is the design I made. Other designs will come shortly. Okay, so this is it. This is how it works. This very one, I did not attach feathers to it, but if you like, you can attach feathers to it. So it's a thing of choice. Yeah. So quickly, if today is your first time stopping by my channel, I want to welcome you. Thank you so much for stopping by Creative Ends International. I really thank you so much. Please, if you know you love the video and you like the way I teach, the best you can do for me is give it a thumbs up, hit on the notification bell, and also, yeah, do not forget to subscribe to the channel before leaving today. I really appreciate if you do that. And of course, I have my numbers in most of my videos, though I don't have it in this particular one, but my phone numbers is in most of my videos. You can actually reach me with it, especially if you have any questions. Bye.